Hello and welcome to the All You Need Is Love podcast. My name is Leah and I'm coming through from Paris in France. Today is the 1st of May and I'm really happy to be back. If this is your first time watching the podcast, welcome. You can find me on Instagram as Alinor89 and we also have a group on Ravelry which is the All You Need Is Love podcast. Feel free to join me on either of these social medias where I'm spending most of my time. It's been forever again. I don't know if I should say I'm sorry. I feel like that's what I say in this podcast. I wasn't planning this break. I was very happy to be back last time. I don't even remember when the last episode was, maybe 2 months ago. Things were going great and I was knitting a lot and very happy to be able to record again. And then, sometimes life just gets sad and I didn't knit for, I think, 6 weeks. So there was really no point in recording, or I didn't even went on Instagram for a while. It's just the way things are, and I've missed you guys and I've missed knitting, and I finally picked up my needles again, I think last week, which was, I guess it was a sign that, I was up again and ready to fight and just to start again. And so I figured I would record today, even though I don't have a lot to show because obviously there wasn't much knitting for a while. But still, I wanted to say hi and talk to you all for a bit. I do have a few things to show you because even though I started knitting only a week ago, I have been doing a lot of knitting. So I'm just very happy to be knitting again, and it's the best therapy, I guess, for me. That's the way I started knitting over 2 years ago when life wasn't that great either. And it's brought me so much, and I'm very thankful for this hobby and to be able to share it with you. And I wanted to thank you, all of the persons who have sent me messages on Instagram or on my Ravelry and checking up with me and watching past episodes, and hello to new viewers who maybe have recently discovered the podcast and have watched past episodes. I'm hoping to give you new things to watch. So that's pretty much it for the introduction. I don't want to get too soppy or anything, so let's just move on to the knitting. And obviously I don't have any finished objects for you because nothing got finished at all. I do have a half object. Let's say that this counts. And this is a sock, because obviously when you don't knit for 6 weeks, the thing you want to start again with are and should always be socks, because socks are the best. And this is my sock. I absolutely love it, and it was the perfect project to start knitting again. And look at that. And can you believe that this is, I think it's my very first self-striping yarn. I know that Candace from the Pin Feathers and Pearls podcast did self-striping Kale maybe 2 months ago, and I really wanted to join in, but that's when I stopped knitting, so I couldn't join. But either way, I finally made my very first self-striping socks, and I just love it. The yarn is from an indie dyer, which is Nomadic Yarns. You might have heard about her because she has the most amazing self-striping colors. This is a skein. So there are 4 colors, as you can see. Let's see, a green, there's pink, red and grey. And the colorway, I think it was meant for me and meant for this time of my life. And I just adore it because it's called Ovaries Before Brovaries. It's a perfect color, and I absolutely love this sock. I finished it this morning, so like 3 hours ago I finished the toe, and I even with one in my hands, which I never do on socks, but I did it for this one, and I even started the second sock an hour ago, so I don't have that much progress to show you, but still I do have the very beginning of a cuff. So I'm trying to make the two match, so this one started with the grey and this one too, so hoping they will perfectly match because I'm weird like that. The yarn is just amazing to work with, and I'm always amazed at, I have no idea how you can dye self-strapping yarn. It's just magic to me, and I absolutely love this colorway and how it's knitting up. And I'm knitting it with my 2.5 millimeters. Yeah, 2.5. I used to only knit socks on 2.25 millimeters when I started knitting, but my gauge, I think I'm becoming more of a tight knitter because now I'm only knitting on 2.5 millimeters needles, and I did try to knit a pair of socks like 2 months ago on 2.25 millimeters, and they just didn't fit because my gauge got too tight, and I don't want to cast anything other than 64 stitches, so I just rather stick with my 2.5 millimeters, and I cast on 60 stitches for this one, and the fit is perfect. So really happy with that, and I can't wait to have the pair finished so I can start wearing them. I did buy a second skein of Nomadic yarns, which I will show you during my whole portion of the podcast, but here's a tag, Nomadic yarns, and it's a trusty sock base, which is super wash merino and nylon. And the second skein I picked in another offer base, so I could compare both and decide which one I like best, because I'm pretty sure I would be ordering more of the yarn in the future. It's a bit pricey because it takes so much work to create self-strapping yarn, but it's so worth it because it's amazing and it really knits itself up. So that's what I needed right now, and best purchase ever. So that's my first work in progress and half object. And the second one you've seen before, it's my Sibella cardigan, and here's the finished body, which is basically just a stockinette rectangle. So that's a cardigan from the Madder book, and yeah, that's the body. And I'm pretty sure I showed it to you last time, and I can't remember where I was in the pattern, but I actually knit both sleeves and joined them to the body and then starting the lace. But something weird happened with the lace, and I wasn't happy with my yarn overs because basically, I won't say too much, but there's some point where you do yarn overs between a knit and a purl, and then later on you do it between a purl and a knit. And some of my yarn overs were bigger than the others, and I just didn't like it that much. And I was sort of thinking I should rip back and start again. And then there was the sleeves issue. In the pattern you need the sleeve flat, which I did because I wasn't thinking much at the time and I just wanted some mindless knitting. And then I just looked at them and I realized I had to sew them up and do a mattress stitch, and I just hate that. So combined with the yarn over thing, I just ripped it all. I put the body back on the needle waiting. I ripped back I ripped back all of the sleeves, and I started again yesterday morning, this time in the round. And this is what I have so far. So I would say that it's knitting up so much quicker than when I first knitted it, mostly because it's stockinette stitch, so once you're in the round all you have to do is knit and do the increase from time to time, and I love it so much more. I get to try it on as I knit, and I'd say I'm over halfway through on the first sleeve, And I am alternating my yarn because, I mean, you can pretty much see the two different skeins. One is a lot more blue and one is a lot more green. Yeah, I think you can see it. But as long as I'm alternating on both the body and the sleeve, it's working great. And that's just what happens with indie dyed yarn. And I actually love the mix of the two shades together. So yeah, working on that again. I'm just trying to be sort of a monogamous knitter. I'm really bad at that, but I'm trying because I do want to have it finished this month. So I'm hoping I might finish this sleeve tonight, and I will do the second sleeve next week. So I don't have that much yarn left. I'm sort of worried about that, but it should be okay, hopefully. The yarn is, I don't have the tags anymore, but it's Canopy Fingering from the Fiber Company. And you can find my project on Ravelry if you want the exact colorway and the pattern and everything. But it's just a wonderful yarn. I love it, fluffy, and the color is absolutely beautiful. It looks maybe very blue on your screen, but it has so much green in it. It's like sea green. It's like the color of the sea. You know, it's neither blue nor green nor grey. I just absolutely love working with this yarn, and I didn't even mind having to rip and start again. And it's just a very lovely project to work on, and I can't wait to wear my cardigan because I got the pattern maybe a year and a half ago when it first published. When the book was published, I got it right away, and I never made it, and I knew I wanted very special yarn for it, so that's why I waited. And now that I have the yarn and the will to knit it, I'm really hoping that it will be done maybe in the next 2 weeks, hopefully by the end of the month, that's for sure. So that's my second work in progress. The third one I'm actually not very happy with. I think I might have to rip back and start again. And it's a shawl, but I'm actually not convinced that the yarn is working for this pattern. I mean, I do love the pattern and I love the yarn, but I'm not sure that they are meant to be with each other. So the pattern is the Shailene shawl. That's this shawl, which I have been meaning to get forever. Also, it was one of the first shawl I put in my queue when I joined Ravelry, and I got like 3 or 4 patterns at the end of this week. I just wanted some pretty things, and I started knitting right away. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I should either do the lace portions in a contrasting color, like a darker color, or just do the entire shawl in a darker tonal colors. Maybe like a deep purple or a deep blue. I'm not sure that variegated is the way to go with this shawl, because I don't know, the lace doesn't show that well on variegated, I find. So pretty sure I'm going to rip that and start again as soon as I have the perfect yarn for it. But it's a very lovely pattern, and I mean, I did one part of the lace already and it was super easy and very like easily memorized, so I won't even need to look at it when I start knitting it finally. So I don't mind. Once again, I don't mind having to rip back and start again. It's just the way it is. And the yarn, I absolutely love this yarn, which is such a shame because I can't find the right project for it. But it's Barren Wool in a Silky Bear base, so that's merino and silk. And the colorway is Poet. And it's got, basically it's like a light purple with some deeper purple and blues, like blue jeans. And it's gorgeous. Well, if you've ever tried our yarn, it's somewhere between fingering and sports. I would say it's more like a sport weight, but with the yardage of a fingering, so you get this huge skein. I could make a pretty massive shawl with it. So I do want it to become a shawl, I just don't know which pattern. If you have any suggestion for this lovely fingering and variegated color, just share it with me on the group. And we do need to find the perfect project for this skein, because pretty skeins deserve a pretty project. And I want to wear it. So yeah, any suggestions are welcome for this project, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to rip this shawl and start again. So those are all of my work in progress. I didn't start too many things because I'm hoping to buy some yarn pretty soon, and I did buy some yarn yesterday, so but I do have a lot of projects that I'm planning to knit very soon. Like I said, I bought new patterns. I could show you the patterns because I printed them at work. I usually don't print my pattern because I don't like using too much paper, but they were just so pretty and I was at work, so it was sort of okay, I guess. And the first one I got is a sock pattern, and it's the white flowers and honeycomb sock, and you might have seen them recently on Instagram. It's a design by Olivia, which she is This Unmade Life. I love her blog. I've been following her blog forever, and Instagram feed is very, it's just, she has such a lovely aesthetic, and I mean, the socks are so pretty. They're so feminine and perfect for spring, and the second I saw them I knew I wanted to knit them. I still need to find the perfect yarn for it. I did buy a skein yesterday that I might knit them with, but I'm not convinced. So, but this is going to happen this month too, I think. And the third pattern I got this week is a pattern from Melody. She's Mandarins on everywhere. And she is actually hosting throughout May a knit-along in our group for any of our shawl patterns. And she has such lovely designs. And there was one in particular that I wanted to get for a while, so I figured this was the occasion that I could join a knit-along. And the pattern I got is the Selkie shawl. It's a very lovely Shetland inspired shawl, and the main reason I wanted to knit it is because I love knitting my quill so much, but I just wanted to knit something different but in the same style, and they are both Shetland style shawl. Only hers is a triangular shawl, so it's like a half, and it's got very lovely lace section and Libyan braid, and it's such a lovely pattern. I got it, and I'm still trying to decide which yarn I should use. On her design she used Jamieson and Smith, which I do have some of here, but I figured I'd like something a bit softer, so not sure. I might go with a basic cream merino yarn for the main portion of the shawl, and then a gradient of turquoise or green for the lace section. So that's one of the yarn I'm looking for right now. And there's actually a craft show in Paris next weekend where I'm planning to go on Friday during the evening, and I have like this mental shopping list of all the yarn I need to find, and all of them already have like projects in mind, so I just need to find the perfect skein for each of these patterns that I have by my side waiting to be knit. So I'm very excited for the craft show. I'm going with my sister, like I said, on Friday, and yeah, I can tell I'm going to buy maybe a lot. Probably. I don't mind, honestly. I just want to treat myself, I guess. And speaking of that, today is the 1st of May, and May is my favorite month, mostly because on the 27th I will be turning 27, and so I figured this should be a treat yourself month. Not like a day or a week, it's going to be a treat yourself month, because sometimes you just need to treat yourself and take care of yourself. And that's not being selfish or whatever, it's just, I feel like we are always very easy on everyone but ourselves. I mean, I'm pretty merciless with myself, when I have a lot more patience and kindness for others than for myself. So I figured May should be a special month where I buy all the pretty things that I want to buy, and I think you should too. So as you're watching this, I will have opened a thread on the Ravelry group for a month-long knit-along, which is a treat yourself knit-along. And somehow the hashtag is free on Instagram, so that's awesome. Feel free to use it, and it's going to be a very relaxed knit-along. WIPs are welcome. The only instruction is that you need to finish your project by the end of May, and that it needs to be for yourself. So either pick a pattern you've been meaning to knit forever, that's been on your queue for way too long and you just want to knit it, or pick that special skein of yarn that's been in your stash for a year because you've just been waiting for the perfect project, even though it's the prettiest skein ever and you absolutely want to knit with it. Just treat yourself and make something pretty to wear around your neck or on your feet. Just treat yourself. Maybe I watch too much TV shows and I'm just obsessed with your treat yourself. But I think it's important, and that's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm excited about the craft show, because I'm not going to be thinking about I can't buy too much or whatever. I haven't been buying much yarn in 2016, so I figured I could go crazy during the craft show. And yeah, I hope you will join us for the knit along. You can obviously double dip with any other knit alongs that are going on during the same period, and I know that there's a lot right now. So yeah, like I said, very relaxed. I will announce prices once I do have prices. I don't have anything in mind right now. Maybe I will look at the craft show to find some pretty things for you, and I will announce the prices on the next podcast. So yeah, feel free to join me. I will open up a chatter thread on the Ravelry group, and like I said, you can use the treat yourself KL hashtag on Instagram, because I do love seeing pretty things knit up. So I hope you will join, like the idea of the knit along, and join us. I guess we can move on to stash, since we're speaking about treat yourself. Like I said, when I got my self-strapping skein from Nobody Yarn, I actually bought two. And the second one is gorgeous. I just love it. The colorway is Campus Visit, and it's a 3-color self-strapping yarn. So there's lime green, let's go with sea green, and a navy. And I think it's going to look amazing. I mean, it's just really cool. Green is not a color I knit with that much. Even I do have a lot of green yarn, but I can never find the perfect project for it. But this is just going to knit itself up. I mean, it's so cute. I think I might be developing an obsession with self-strapping yarn. Please help me. But it's just so cute. I love it, and I highly recommend that you go check out Etsy shop, which is Nomadic Yarns, because she has the most amazing colorway, and some of them are like Harry Potter inspired, Buffy inspired, and I mean, we can resist that, right? I really want to order some more. I shouldn't, but I think I might for my birthday, right? So that's the skein I got. I got those like a month ago, so that doesn't count, right? And then I got some yarn yesterday, and the reason I got this yarn is because, if you remember the last podcast, I was showing you my Lumpy Space shawl, which is a pattern by Stephen West, and it has been taking a break. This is the shawl I have right now. Oops. Which I love it. I mean, it's an amazing pattern. I love Stephen West patterns. They're so smart and magical. And the reason it's been taking a break is because I am supposed to start the next section, which is, it's still like, I will have to stripe 2 colors of yarn with the yarn overs, just like this section, and it's going to make like this big rectangle, with this being the center of the shawl. And what I did decide to do is to stripe still with this color, which is the color I used here. So that's from the Wool Barn. And I can't remember the colorway name, but I did tell you on the last episode, and it's on my Ravelry project page. But it's the most amazing yarn. Maya has the most amazing colorways. They're always like so soft and dreamy and beautiful. So I do want to keep knitting with this one, which means that I need a 4th color to stripe it with, and I just can't find it. I've looked everywhere and I can't find the perfect color to match with these 3 colors, which are these ones. It's a bit of a mess, but so basically I've been looking for a 4th color. And oops, it's been also living in the cutest project bag ever, which I received last month. And just look at that. It's from Girl Sue Shibi. I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I'm going to knit that bag. It's amazing. I just absolutely love it. And look at that inside. Pink polka dot. Boom. This bag just makes me happy. And I didn't have a big project bag to keep like sweaters in or anything like that, so that was my excuse at the time. And if you want to check it out, this is her tag. I highly recommend that you check out her Instagram and her shop, because she makes the loveliest project bags. But that's not the subject. The subject is, which color should I use next? And so yesterday, before joining my friends for an afternoon of knitting, I stopped by to one of my local yarn store and I picked up this skein. It's no surprise, right? I love yellow. I haven't knit with yellow. Hey, so my phone totally ran out of space. Not sure what happened, but let's try this again. I think from what I saw, the last thing you saw was this gorgeous skein of yarn from La Bien-Aimée, which is my local yarn store in Paris, one of them in Paris, and she is dyeing her own yarn. And this one is a single ply in the coolest colorway ever, which is called Yellow Brick Road. And I'm a massive Wicked fan and musical fan in general, and I love yellow, so obviously this had to go home with me. And mainly she recommended it, not knowing how much I loved yellow, so that was really funny when she picked that one out of everything else. And I actually hadn't considered yellow for this shawl, but it could work, I think. I don't know what you will think. I mean, I wasn't planning on using yellow for this shawl because I do use yellow a lot, and this one was supposed to be different somehow. But I think it could work as a self-striping, as a striping color with the Wool Barn skein. I mean, they look great together. And the reason I'm not sure is because I think it would also work very well with this skein. Look at this combo. Grey and yellow. You can't go wrong, right? And this one is Madeline-Tosh Sock. It's a tonal grey, and mostly I've been looking for a second skein to go with this yarn to knit a Brillium shawl. And now that I have this one, I don't know. I mean, should they go together? Should this one join my lumpy space? what do you think? Please, please, please stop by the Ravelry group and just help me, because I want to finish this shawl so badly and I just can't find the perfect yarn for it. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it and I should just start knitting and try things. Or maybe I should just go back to the store, get a second skein of this, so I can make both projects. I don't know, but this is gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I know not everyone likes yellow, but it's my color. I love it. And I need more. Yeah, I think that's the conclusion, is that I need more. But actually not the only thing I bought at the store. I also got this super cute skein. It's green, a tonal forest green, which it's very gorgeous. I mean, it's got lighter shade of green in it, and pretty that is. And it's from Coop Knits. Socks, yeah. I'm really excited to try this one. My store started carrying it last November, I think. And I heard a lot about this yarn, and I got this one little skein so I could try it, and if I like it I will go buy more, because she has very lovely colorways. There are some grays and a very, very pretty teal blue, some yellow, and this green. The only thing is it's a light fingering yarn, and it's always a bit tricky to knit with light fingering, I find, because if you want to make socks you might have to cast on like an insane amount of stitches, and for shawls, well, it might end up being a smaller shawl instead, or you might have to buy a lot of skeins. I just don't know. I'm going to start by making a little swatch and see how it knits up and how much I like it, and maybe I will buy some more. But the colorway is extra lovely, and I think you might even like hold it doubled, so you would get sort of a sport weight, and hey, it might make a beautiful shining shawl. I don't know, I just want to knit all the things clearly and buy all the yarn, which is not that bad, right? So that's what I bought yesterday. And this one I didn't say, but I got, I think, last October or November, and it's been just waiting for the perfect friend to become a shawl. And that's actually not the only yarn I got, but the rest I did not buy, I was gifted, so doesn't count. And Nina, she's N Lafontaine on Instagram and the host of the Fuzzy Love Nuts podcast. So Nina and I did a swap, which took a little while because, well, she lives in Chile and I'm in Europe, so I think it took her over a month for a package to get to her and for mine to get to me too. So, but totally worth it. Basically, Nina knew that I was really curious about handspun yarn because I don't spin. I mean, I don't have time and I don't need a new obsession really. But I've always wanted to knit with handspun and been very curious about it. So she offered to send me some of her amazing handspun. And instead I would send her some yarn from Europe that she can't get in Chile. So that's what we did. And she sent me the most amazing yarn that she made. I mean, it's amazing. And this is the first one that she sent. So it's like a gradient, a green gradient. And look at that. It's absolutely amazing. And it needs to become something just equally amazing. It's very springy green, which I've never seen anywhere, and I absolutely love it. Look how huge that is. I mean, I love it. Thank you so much, Nina. And that's not the only yarn that she sent me. She also sent me this amazing skein. Once again, handspun by her, and it's the most amazing, like, pinky, orangey coral yarn. I mean, it's not something I would ever buy because that's not the colors I go to. I mean, I go to yellow and greens and blues. That's not a secret, right? But it's just amazing. I absolutely love it. And it's somewhere between Sport Weight and DK. It's magical, and I've never knit with handspun, so I don't know if I should pick very special project patterns or anything, but if you have anything to recommend to knit with this. And it got again, sorry about that, but I think it's a sign that I should keep things short and say goodbye. I will finish with this beautiful skein. If you have any idea what I should knit with it, please leave me a suggestion on the Ravelry group, and I think it's a lovely yarn to end the show with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm very happy to be recording again. Hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to join the knit along. I'm very excited to cast on all the things and treat myself. So I will see you again soon, hopefully. Thank you to everyone, and bye.